I hope you guys are ready, money getters, because tonight's show is about to be epic. Okay? We got Peach McIntyre tea, Cardi B and JT are chunking them. JT has finally responded, and also Caresha Brownlee, aka Young Miami, has finally responded to that Cardi B whack. Hey Deneen, how are you doing today? What's good? You're the first one to stop on by. How's it going? Guys, when you come in, just go ahead and hit that like button for me. Go ahead and do me that favor. I'm doing okay today, guys. I was supposed to go have an MRI, but they wanted to do like this thing where they inject me with some type of dye, and I don't know what it was. And I was like, yeah. Nobody told me about that, so I was like, let me go back and talk to my doctor. I go see him next week, so we'll see. I did a little shopping at Walmart. Also, guys, in the future, I think I'll be separating my shopping videos and different content. I'm gonna have a few different pages, but my shopping content will be on another page. So I'm going to, of course, put that page on my community wall and share some of the content over here just so you guys will see it. And if you, because I know not everybody wants to see the shopping content, or not everybody wants to see the Peach McIntyre content. Not everybody wants to see my life. So I'm just trying to, separate it a little bit and clean my page up. I was actually like, okay, what am I going to do with this page? Because it seems like it's at a standstill. But I don't know. It's growing and growing. So, and I appreciate all of you for helping me do that. Hey, Pepper Mount Airy. I want to make sure I say that. But how are you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping by. We got an action-packed show, guys. I'm telling you. The streets is hot tonight. This is the kind of stuff I like to get into. I like the music scene. I don't know if you guys know this. I've said it before, but I'm actually an author slash blogger slash music R&B especially aficionado. That's really my bag. I kind of got into content creation by way of promoting my books and just really making money doing content creation. I'm going to just be honest, I sold a lot of books, but it just got to the point where I found myself helping others publish their books and really just making a lot of money doing creation. You guys know my backstory. I'm recently retired. Okay, but there was a couple of years within there where I wasn't getting a paycheck. So, content creation, that little side hustle carried me through. So, I've just learned to be able to pivot. I had to pivot from my job. I thought I would retire years from now, but I had to pivot from there. Then I was writing my books, and I'm still gonna be releasing books. I'm still gonna re-release my books because those books were a whole full. Okay, now let me just be honest. I published them myself, and I just want to go back and give them the tender love and care that they need. They sold a lot on their own without those special touches that I now give authors that I assist, but I want to be able to re-release them. So guys, look out for that. And so if you like to read and you're into that sort of thing, I'll let you know about that as well. Hey Alu, how are you? Pepper, I'm glad you're doing good tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. So what will we get into first? And we'll see. I just want to welcome everybody in and say hello to everyone before I get started, because once I get started, I just kind of want to start getting started and really just going through everything. I know it gets a little bit monotonous when you stop and break and say hi to everyone. So I just want to tell everybody hi when they first get in. Yeah. But that's how my day went. I did a little shopping at Walmart, went to do the MRI, and I don't know. I'm gonna find out a little bit more about it, do a little bit more research, and I might go back and do it. I don't know. I'll talk to my doctor and see. Outside of that, I've been also trying to nap. I didn't really nap, but I snoozed a bit because we've been doing these lives, we've been doing these panels. I believe I'm supposed to jump on the live later tonight. Thank you, Deneen. Please double tap the screen. There's quite a few of you in here, and those likes aren't matching up. Please help me out with that. It should be a lot of you in here tonight because I keep getting, I want to see your face. I want to see your face. Well, my face is here, so where y'all at? I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to keep it real. If I'm tired, but I still want to go live and I still got something to say, I might just be in bed really talking to you guys with the camera on. Right, today I'm tired, but I did get some rest, so I was like, you know what? It's hot, y'all. I'm so happy fall is here. Yesterday was the first day of fall, and I felt it automatically like, ugh, my spirit instantly elevated. I instantly felt super duper good. Did you guys feel like that? When I was younger, summer was my favorite time of year because you get time off from school. The weather is nice. It's too hot though for me now at my age. I can't deal with the heat. So that's probably why I don't like it as much. I was inside most of this summer, but I love summer, right? But fall is it for me. You know, fall is just what it is right now. Hey, Ryan. I am doing great. About to get into this epic show. I got a little something for everybody. I got a little Cardi B and JT tea. We're going to kick the show off with that. JT has finally responded to Cardi B a week after her album release. Um, Cardi B came for JT's throat, okay? And she didn't say her name like she did Bia's, because I like that song. Pretty and I'm petty and I'm petty and however it goes. I don't know. But she said Bia's name. She called her out, but she did not call JT out. So it's like, JT, you're responding, but how do you know she's talking about you? Because basically, let me see. We're gonna get into it. So I hope you guys are ready. All right, we're gonna get all the way into it tonight. Um, you guys do know who JT and Cardi B are, right? Right. So you're excited. Okay, cool. Um, let's get into these Cardi B lyrics first of all, so we can start off by letting you guys know exactly why these two girls are beefing. Last year, when JT was on her City Cinderella era, she released a mixtape and she came for Cardi B. And she didn't say her name, but everybody knew who she was talking about. So, and they've had their Twitter wars and went back and forth the last couple of years because Cardi B was cool with JT, but then, and you know, the real beef is between Nicki and Cardi, Nicki Minaj and Cardi, right? So right now, everyone is, you know, bursting at the seams to see, will Cardi's latest album outsell Nicki's, because she said her album would outsell. Cardi said her album was going to outsell Nicki, so um, we're gonna see if that happens. Right now, they're predicting that Cardi will sell 205K for her latest album, Am I the Drama? But Nicki sold, I think, 228. She could still do it. Cardi's out there hustling, pregnant and all, mom of four and all, kids at school and all. Honey, she is not leaving anything to chance. She really wants to get that album out there and get it sold. She really wants to knock Nicki off her spot. Nicki didn't do all that though. Nicki had a rollout. Nicki went out and, you know, stopped by Kai Cenat's stream. She did a couple of interviews, but Nicki didn't do a whole lot. And Nicki, of course, had the sold out tour. But everybody's wanting to see, will Cardi outsell Nicki because they are rivals, okay? Like, hate each other. Like, their husbands got into it. Bad rivals. Like, they can't stand each other. So that's where everything really stems from. Bia and JT were cool with Cardi, and so that's kind of where it went to, where JT and Cardi really got into it at. So that's just a little backstory. So Cardi's album was actually supposed to come out last year. She actually got started with getting everything together last year. She did her album cover last year. The album cover for Am I the Drama, she was actually pregnant with her last child. So that was last summer. So her album is actually a year out. So I guess she intended on releasing it last year, and for whatever reason, I guess because of what was going on with she and Offset, probably tidying up the album and making sure the last special touches were done, she didn't release it until now. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I appreciate that. So yeah. Oh, that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry, y'all. I kind of had a brain fart. I do that a lot lately. Um, okay. Why does it always do that? That's crazy. I hate that. Like it won't let me. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. All right. Janine, I know it's hard to keep up with everything that's going on. We today was supposed to be the what is it, the apocalypse or something like that. I saw it on Roxy's channel. They were talking about, somebody said that people were selling their things and all of that. It's crazy. We got a crazy president. It's so much going on. So all this entertainment stuff is just a way of us, occupying our minds with something else, taking our minds off of all the BS that goes on. And it's all fun, it's all entertainment. And they do this for us to talk about. Don't for one second believe that all these little games, these reindeer games that these entertainers do on social media, they want us to talk about it. If they're not being talked about, those albums aren't selling. If they're not being talked about, then they're irrelevant. So don't think for 1 minute, oh, why are you talking about? It's all like the circle of life. Cardi B comes out with a with a diss track, and she said Bia's name because I mean she wanted us to talk about it. She said what she said about JT because, hey, she has an album coming out. She could have released these disses last year when they dissed her first, but why would she do that? She has an album to sell. So this is a part of her rollout. This is a part of her promotion, and this is just how things are done. It's drama, but drama sells, just like X, right? And we just talk about it and entertain ourselves with it, right? Who watches TV these days? I barely watch Netflix. Like my TV just stares at me. And believe it or not, I was at Walmart today contemplating buying another TV. Why? I don't know. I don't need a TV. I have TVs in every room. That's one, but it was only $300 for a big TV. So I was like, I don't know. I'm in the mood to buy new appliances, new TVs, new furnitures, just everything. But first, I gotta move. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to have everything new. But I should be saving, right? I feel like I should be saving in this era of my life. Like keep my points. We'll see. But back to the story. So let me see. Let me see. It looks like I'm doing good, Mr. Mulatto. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. You're tired from last night, Denise? Oh, oh my gosh, I had a hard time going to sleep. Hey Tasha, how are you doing? I seen you in my notifications watching and the replay Tasha, that was so dope. You watched the live in total. She watched the whole pajama party. That was so dope. What was it, like a 3 hour pajama party? Tasha was answering the trivia questions and all that. I'm like, that's so cool. Thank you. I'm from Cali, Tasha. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I like to watch TV as I'm falling asleep, but what I've been doing lately is I've been watching like or turning on like the water, because if I have trouble sleeping, water actually helps me sleep. Do any of you do that? Drop some water in the chat. Drop me some little splashes of water. If you don't do it, let me tell you, listening to like the rain or that white noise, just hearing that thundering and lightning, it is so good to help you just go to sleep. And I'm telling you, I sleep, but I don't really sleep deeply a lot. But when I turn on the rain, I sleep very deeply. You from the NYC too? All you guys are from the NYC. And thank you so much, because I know that I come on like earlier here, but for you guys it's often later. I know it's like 9. So, hey Kanye, thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. I love it too. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do uh what is it, like a copper or a ginger. It's like that brownish orange. I think they call it copper, which is actually, I think, more appropriate since, it's fall. And this red is probably more appropriate for Christmas, but I wanted to do red first. I probably would do like the copper next with bohemian. I'm gonna try to, see if my daughter will do that. She doesn't really like to do bohemian styles, so I'm gonna see if she'll do it for me. Cause the box braids looks as cool, and I really love what she did with this. But I want a little bohemian next time, so I'm gonna do copper. But I like wearing braids because I can change up my hair and all of that. Yes, it's so relaxing. And I'm talking to so many people these days that say they have trouble sleeping, or they can't sleep, or they have anxiety, and so I always tell them that. Thank you, Tasha. So I'm gonna head over to Mr. Google. Um, okay, I'm trying to move through this really quick. So basically, Cardi, I'm not gonna say everything, but on her new album, Am I the Drama, there's a track, Magnet, and she basically says that JT is a fake friend, disloyal, that she was deriding, meaning Nicki Minaj, for a track and she didn't get it. That she kicked her friend when she was down. That's in reference to Caresha. Um, and that JT be sharing bags with her boyfriend, Little Uzi. Little Uzi Vert. So, that's how she got at her. Well, today, JT came back swinging, but not on a diss track. Like, rap lovers, okay, are like, okay, you respond, but we want to hear the diss track. That's what hip hop is about, right? Beef. And now people say, well, why do they have to do it like that? Because hip hop has always been about competition from the days of Roxanne, when she came out dissing everybody. That's just what hip hop is. It's about showing who can use the most prowess with their words. Like, you're supposed to be able to write raps, right? It's just like being a poet or being an author, right? But that's just what rap is all about. So it's a part of hip hop. Breakdancing is a part of hip hop. Um, the way you dress, all of that is a part of hip hop. It's all hip hop. So JT music fans are saying you need to get in the booth. However, JT has been on, what is it, Snapchat talking mess. She's been on X talking mess about back and forth with Cardi. X is Twitter. The thing about it is, I feel like And I guess it's not anything new because remember when Tupac came out with that diss against Biggie? He said, first of all, your wife. That was raw when Tupac did that. Just right out the bat on Hit 'em Up. Tupac just came out right out the gate. And like, first of all, to Biggie, I was with your wife, just straight out the gate. So I guess, there's no holds bars, right? And if you're a fan of hip hop, you're into that sort of thing. Hey, Butterfly, thanks for tuning in. Hey, Cancer 66. I try to go back and forth between this phone and trying to see right here. Yes, I do. Sometimes I can get to sleep good. I can do really well going to sleep. Like I'll do very well for a long time. But then like I have trouble sleeping when I do too much. I don't know if any of you are like that, but sometimes when I'm up too late, I just have a harder time going to sleep. Hey, Calisthenics, New York's NYC. Did I say hi to Real Diva, Real Life Diva? Did I say hi to everybody as you came in? And guys, did you hit that like button for me as you came in? I appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. So now we're going to head over to X and we're going to get into JT's responses, right? And JT says some, crazy stuff too. So basically, we're going to go to JT's replies on Twitter or X. So, and these are just her clapbacks at, I guess, Cardi's fans who were tweeting her. So this is about 3 hours ago. So Tasha K, you guys know who Tasha K is, right? Tasha K is the blogger who Cardi sued a few years ago. Tasha K owes Cardi B $4 million for refusing to take down some things that Cardi said was a lie about her. Well, Tasha K still, while she's not supposed to talk about Cardi at all, she still finds a way to get to be a thorn in her side. And right now, she's using Cardi's new boyfriend, Stefan Diggs, to do that. So this guy right here, Chris Blake,
to have me unalived because of him making a sexual pass at me. It wasn't the sexual pass that frustrated me the most. What made me most frustrated was the fact that he tried to unalive me after it, when in reality, even though I was drugged, even though I was violated, I never thought that the next step would be my life being threatened because you got turned down. But it's that power complex of wanting what you want when you want it, feeling like you own the things that you pay.
Him, I guess, allegedly making a pass at you.
Right.
Like, how did that go?
We used to do dumb things like when we went to the strip club, we would take the jelly beans, swap the bag out. We put them in the Skittles. He's offering me candy. I'm really thinking it's on something like, man, you trying to play with me? No, I don't want to do that. Because we've done it before. But now it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, give me a piece. So he gives me a piece of the candy. And what happened to me after that was not what would have occurred if I ate Hershey's, I'll tell you that.
What do you think it was?
From the side effects of what I felt, I would say maybe in the realm of like ecstasy infused.
So you were aroused?
I was definitely sexually stimulated in ways that I had never been sexually stimulated before. My skin was sensitive to the touch. My eyes are blue. My pupils were so big, my eyes looked black. And I really couldn't explain why I felt that way. My sex drive was through the roof. I'm trying to really pinpoint what the fuck what did I do? Shortly thereafter, we ended up in the car, 2-seater Porsche, just us. And I say that to say it's not a lot of space. He talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he only left with you.
He left with me. But at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. I don't know if he's shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't spit. I don't know. So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck, you that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house. And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house.
Okay, so basically, this guy, Chris Blake Griffith, is accusing Cardi's new baby daddy of doing things to him while he was under the influence, right? So JT says this is effing nuts and sad. Gay men should be protected. I feel like this isn't being taken seriously enough. So she goes to post that on her Twitter today. And someone said, I hate that when men alleges assault, it never gets taken serious. I'm glad you're speaking up. So JT responds, Cardi B's baby father is a gay man. Not because of how he dresses or expresses himself, but because Chris said it out of his own mouth. Justice for Chris, I stand with the gays. So meanwhile, Cardi B is at a Walmart. I think it's in Philadelphia. Someone said that you guys don't have Walmarts in New York. What's that all about? How you don't have Walmart in New York? That's a reason enough to leave New York for me, besides the rats. But what do y'all mean y'all don't have Walmarts there? That's crazy. So, but Cardi B is having meet and greets, right? She's still promoting her album. She's in the middle of a meet and greet. All right, as JT is on X tweeting up a storm. And I see all you guys with the chat. I'm gonna get to you. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for hitting the like button. So shall I go on? So of course Cardi stans see this, right? And someone respond, you couldn't wait until Friday, because Friday is the last tracking day for this week's sales of Am I the Drama, the first week sales. And so obviously, and who knows, like I said, they want us to talk about this. Cardi may have sent JT a little Bernie and said, look, I'll pay you such and such. Let's beef on Twitter. You just never know. I don't put anything up to these people, but I don't know. That's just my opinion. But anyway, someone asked JT, like, you couldn't wait till Friday to respond? And JT says, no, I don't give a F if that B sells 1 million units. She gonna always be a fraud, non-rapping O. You get what I'm saying? B couldn't even find a word to rhyme with fake. We saw it with our own eyes. Now, she's alluding to a video that Cardi released of her process for writing tracks. Joe Budden basically said that someone else wrote Cardi's album, and in response, Cardi said, oh no, I write my own rhymes. Here it is. Here's my proof right here of me and my process. Cardi. It's a lot, guys. I hope you guys are keeping up with me. It's a whole lot. And yes, Butterfly, Tasha don't believe butter will melt. She don't believe butter will melt. She do not care. She's going to find a way to stick it to Cardi B come what may. Okay? But what can Cardi say? Because she interviewed her baby daddy's alleged accuser. She has a right to do that. She's depressed. So JT says she wants justice for Chris. I don't know if this guy is telling the truth or not. But someone said, you're mad because your man got bigger fish. No, they said, B, this your man, you got bigger fish to fry. And they sent her this picture of little Uzi. That's JT's man right here with the purses. Okay. And Cardi B in her diss track said that JT shares bags with her man and that her man likes men. JT says, yes, my man does this. Mind his business, works hard, and takes care of his family. Inspired his generation and doesn't snatch ASS. His style is what made him Little Uzi. We are talking about Chris right now. Focus. So someone else says, "Get back to scamming your career is a flop," to JT. And she responds, "Are you talking about similar to how Ugly B, that's Cardi B, scamming album sales?" So a lot of people are saying that Cardi B is using stream farms to get sales for her album. Um, I don't believe that is true. I feel like Cardi B's album was highly anticipated. It's been 7 years since she released a large body of work. Right. I agree with you, Monica Anderson. She says Cardi can barely speak English. She's absolutely doesn't write her music in English. Right. I believe that as well. So this is what JT responds with. Because when somebody asks her, "Girl, boo, where's your response at? Like, where's your diss track at?" And she posts this on her X.
Some social media ass bitch, you a bitch, bring the baby ass bitch, run away, dirty foot ass bitch, backdooring ass bitch, hit on your friend ass bitch. You see her going through it. You see her going through it in life and put her on blast on social media ass bitch. You a hating ass bitch, ungrateful ass bitch.
Okay. So that's Cardi writing, okay, the diss track. I think what Cardi does is, I believe this is her process. She thinks of things to say, like she comes up with concepts and she'll say different things, just like if you were to write a song and things that you would want in the song, right? But then she gets with Partisan Fontaine, her ghostwriter or co-writer, and he puts everything together. So I believe she is saying some of these different things, like, this is how I would curse her out, this is what I would say, this is how I would diss her, and he'd be like, "All right, bet." And then he goes in the stew and he puts it all together. Partisan's name is on basically every track that Cardi has on her album. He's her writer, and that's the way she does things. That's the way she does things, but that's not authentic, and that's not really hip hop, right? Because again, in hip hop, you write your own rhymes. Arabella Rose says, "Girl, somebody wrote that verse for her, child. Cardi was reading the script. It was messy, and JT ate her up on Snapchat." Um, I saw some of it, but I didn't see all of it on Snapchat. So yes, let's continue. Um, so someone said, "What? She a non-rapping old now? When you used to be smiling in her face and happy to have her on your song?" And she says, "Well, yes, she couldn't rap then either." Um, and someone says, "Not because of how he dressed or expressed. So you and Uzi actually do be sharing bags, huh?" And JT responds, "Show me a photo of me and my ninja sharing a bag. My ninja been having the F, we gotta share for it." Like, they speak in Ebonics, sorry. "Y'all get up for anything homophobic. Get up for Chris." Again, Chris is the guy accusing Stefan Diggs of SA. And somebody posts "Magnet" by Cardi B. They respond with this. And JT says, "Written by a gay stripper." So that's basically what went on today on Twitter. And let me just head over to Cardi B's page, because Cardi B responded. Again, remember, I told you Cardi B is in the middle of a meet and greet. She's at Walmart, okay? Hundreds of fans. I don't know if it was 1,000 people, but lots of fans there, right? You're at a meet and greet. This is your business, this is your money, but you got time to respond to JT. Crazy, I know. Right, Arabella Rose? I feel like on most of those songs, and when I had my listening party and I listened to it, I did that on the night of Am I the Drama's release. I did a little listening party. First time I did it on the show. I was going to stay up and listen to it anyway. And I felt my first listen, I was like, it was really hard for me to listen because although the beats were good and the song should have been good, Cardi can't rap. But after listening to the album a couple of more times, I do have some favorites. I like the song she did with Selena, Pick It Up. I like the song that she did with Kalani, of course. I like the song, the disc towards Bia. I like that song, Petty and Pretty, Pretty and Petty, whatever it's called. I don't listen to it much. Um, I also like that song with Lourdes, On My Back, Put Me on My Back. I really like that one. It has the best melody. It didn't really even need Cardi's lyrics on it, but I love Lourdes and how she sung that chorus. I wasn't excited about Summer Walker. I feel like Summer Walker, she does better on her own album, but when she's like a feature, I don't really like Summer Walker. Go figure. A lot of people think Summer Walker is this beautiful singer, and she sings okay, but she doesn't sing like I like my singer. She's not a Monica or a Brandy. She's not a Kalani. I think Kalani's a really beautiful singer. Summer Walker, mm, today is not about Summer Walker, and I can't wait for her new next album because her first two albums, huge fans of it. Whether she can sing really well or not. You like Safe and On My Back too. Yeah, those are really good songs. A lot of people say that Monique. They feel like Cardi, like she had a lot of tracks that she's been doing over the years, and she just said, you know what, here, damn. Like that time when Kentucky Fried Chicken brought back those potato wedges, and they were like, here, damn. I feel like Cardi B did that with Am I the Drama. I feel like she just finally said, you know what, I can't keep avoiding it. Let me just release it. So we're gonna head over to Cardi's page because, like I said, Cardi will never miss an opportunity to beef. So remember, JT said she wanted justice for Chris, Stefan's accuser. Well, Cardi responds. Here's her response here, guys. Over on X, I don't know if you guys have Twitter, but Cardi B says, I want justice for them babies your man make you abort every time. Ask what he told me about how he felt when he wanted to see Britt. I guess that's an ex-girlfriend of Little Uzi's in that courtroom and she didn't show up, or do I need to play the audio? Cardi is notorious for recording phone calls. I think that's kind of like grimy, right? Like, why are you going around recording phone calls of people who talk to you? Like, I would never have a phone conversation with her. I would never talk to someone because it doesn't matter what I'm saying. Like, are you trying to catch me in a crime or something? Did he commit a crime by what he said? Are you trying to catch somebody up and get them convicted of hurting a child? No, you're just keeping things under your hat for Twitter beefs so you can have receipts. That's crazy. And you know, I don't like people who move like that. Like, that's the most disgusting behavior ever, to record phone calls and that other person doesn't know you're recording. And she said that her and Uzi were just talking. They're just having a regular phone conversation or a regular conversation. Why would he suspect that you was recording him? So she goes on to say, and don't let me say what he was saying about Rock Nation. Rock Nation is Uzi's label. Jay-Z owns, or Jay-Z's the head of Rock Nation. And she said, just ungrateful. So she also goes on to, okay, sorry guys. Um, So basically, it's a text, and I'm not gonna go all through it, but it's Uzi. And how did she get this? This is supposed to be a text between Uzi and JT. Can you guys see it? And he's basically telling her, "Oh, you're just acting like that because you are pregnant, right?" And then she has another text. Like, how did she get this text between JT and Uzi? And that she was around Uzi and she was like, are you like watching people on their phone and taking pictures and of their phone? How are you getting all this stuff? Or unless Uzi was with someone and they stole uh, images of some text messages in his phone and sent them to Cardi. Crazy work. Diabolical. These people, they do anything. They do anything for clout, anything for attention, anything for record sales, anything. Um, they're not like us. I couldn't do it for money. I couldn't do those type of things to another person. I mean, you're not that hurt. You're a millionaire. Cardi, you're like the number 2 rapper, female rapper with 4 children. Okay, right now, even today, you sell way more albums than JT. Why are you arguing with JT? What do they say about a lion doesn't, worry about a sheep or something like that? Like, why would you even be worried about what JT said about you? No matter what she said. Like, if I'm doing way better than someone, first of all, I would just laugh. And depending on what it is, I probably would more than likely ignore it. But again, their life are entertainment, right? This is all to promote her album. So if she was that hurt about it, that upset about it, Cardi B, she would have responded last year. But she did not. Why? Because she was waiting, kept it tucked under her hat along with her receipts to release it for the world to see and talk about and all of that. But of course, we're going to talk about it. We're messy. And I am one to gossip. Okay? It's pop culture. I'm going to talk about it. Um, so, what do you guys think about this whole Cardi B and JT beef? JT, the last I heard from her was a Snapchat, and I don't have Snapchat. I saw it somewhere else online. She says she's on Cardi B's you know what, and she's not getting up off of her. So expect for there to be a diss. And if I was JT, I wouldn't rush. You saw what Kendrick did. He did not rush, and he was methodical in his releases. He had something back to back for Drake. He had something for him every step of the way. Just when everybody was thinking, oh, Kendrick's not going to respond. Kendrick's not the type to respond. Oh, yeah, he was going to respond. This is hip hop, and Kendrick's all about hip hop. He knows what it is. He was ready to play the game, even the long game for years. Years ago, I think it was like about 10 years ago, I want to say, it was his first diss towards Drake. That was the first rock he threw at him. Boom. Drake didn't really respond. Okay, cool, you don't have to respond. But through the years, I'm just laying little nuggets, and eventually you're going to have to respond to me. You're going to have to come back. And Drake put something out. And Kendrick was like, okay. And drop a baby diss. And Drake knows the game. He knows what the game of hip hop is. Last year, before Not Like Us, Drake was the king of rap. But Drake didn't have to respond. But he responded because he has to respond, right? So just like with Nicki, if anybody disses her, even if they're depending on how big they are, right? And Kendrick was the one to be. Kendrick, after time, he's not as huge in sales or popularity as Drake, but he was the number one guy to beat. Nicki is the number one girl to beat. And last year, Megan Thee Stallion really got to her. And Megan Thee Stallion just threw a baby diss at her, but it had her in such an uproar that Nicki forgot she was queen. And that's how it happens a lot of times. The top of the top can get dethroned. Cardi can easily lose her spot by even someone with as small an audience and as small a fan base as JT if she's not careful. If she's not careful, JT could mess around. I doubt it. But she could. Anything is possible. She could mess around and come for her throat with a Not Like Us with a hit. All she has to come out with a hit, with a banging hit song with a dope beat, dope production, saying some things that we've never heard but we feel like could be true. Just really coming at Cardi. Cardi better have something already because Cardi can't function like that. It takes her time. You see her process, right? Cardi can write something off the top of her hat. But in order for her to do so, she would have to have something already prepared and anticipate what JT might say, right? Or Party better have his shit together. But I don't think that even if he does, because Party can write him real quick. I don't know. I don't think even if he could, Cardi can't say it. She has to practice it, right? She has to practice it. So, JT, get in the booth. Now's your time to shine. You're not really doing anything. You don't have anything out. JT don't have anything to lose. Yeah, she fell out with Armand Wiggins. She recorded him and recorded their conversation. And, she's really dirty. She's the type of person that when you don't see it coming, like she'll take her shoe off and just throw it at you and she'll start fighting with you. Like, I can't stand people like that. And I'm not even talking about Cardi. Like, if you're the type of person that cares about how you conduct yourself in public, right? Like, I care about how I conduct myself in public. I care about what I say. But in order to really defend yourself about around against someone like Cardi B, you have to get real grimy because she don't care how low she will take it. She's gonna take it all the way low. She's gonna say what you shouldn't say. She's going to do what you shouldn't do. So that's not the type of person that you want to get in the ring with. Because I feel like when you get in the ring, when you get in a mudslinging match with a pig, it's hard to tell which one is the pig. You guys both look like pigs, so you don't want to do that. JT's all right, you know. JT a little weird. I liked her album a little bit. I didn't listen to it much. She had a couple of, well, her mixtape. She had a couple of little hits on there, and she did okay with her little promotion for City Cinderella. She went out. She did some promos. She did some grassroots, uh, and that's why. I mean, Cardi B, your rollout is very similar to a brand new artist like JT. Even though JT was with the City Girls, she just got out there as a solo artist, and that's what Cardi is doing right now. Meet and greets. JT was doing club appearances and meet and greets, and she did a small little tour, and she had people coming out singing her album word for word. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 people or 10,000 people. A fan is a fan. A win is a win, right? Cardi got into a beef with Armand Wiggins. I think it was last year. Armand was attending some of her parties and things like that, and for whatever reason, Cardi didn't like some of the things that Armand was saying about her. Armand was kind of going back and forth between Cardi and Nicki, and like I said, they are enemies. They are savage enemies. Cardi would act like she forgot all about what happened to with between her and Nicki, like she's not on that anymore. But Nicki is the one that has really dissed you. Nicki is the one that has dissed you several times. But notice how quiet Nicki is being. She's even come for Nicki a little bit in her album and that song Imaginary Players, right? She said, you got to pay me double than that other chick. She's talking about Nicki. She came for her a few times in that song as well. It's all about publicity, Denise. Absolutely. So yeah, but yeah, I'll be interested to see. I'll keep you guys, um, definitely will keep you guys abreast of this rap beef. We're gonna continue to talk about it. If they continue to throw it out there, when we're bored, when we ain't got nothing else better to do, we'll come on a Tuesday evening on our way to sleep or when we're at work trying to get through the work day, and we'll listen to their crap and be like, and we'll shake our head and like, we're so much better. But anyway, let's move on from that, and let's go on and get into this Caresha Please, Young Miami, Shawty Doo Wop. Remember Diddy was calling her that, Shawty Doo Wop? Well, okay. So you guys know Caresha and Diddy were seeing each other before he got cracked for all that disgusting stuff he was doing with them girls and them men. And girl, Caresha, how much is he paying you? Let me just say that. Because ain't no way in hell I'm coming out defending him. Girl. So anyway, we all know Diddy has been in jail for the last year. What, he's going on 13 months? Next week, October 3rd, that's next Friday, Diddy goes back to court, right? Let me get a little water. Johnny, don't come in here starting nothing. I'm going to tell you that right now. Johnny YOLO, do not come in here with the BS. How are you doing tonight, Johnny? So, I'm just teasing you, Johnny. So yes, last year, Diddy went to jail. He's been sitting in the Bing, the slammer, for the last year. Okay? So we all know what he's in jail for all the disgusting stuff that Cassie said he made her do. Well, Cassie got paid a lot of money. The jury felt like Cassie should have left. If it was that bad, you should have left. Um, okay, and allegedly 50 Cent's baby mama was a part of all of that stuff too. Well, music fans have felt like all along Caresha was getting down with the get down too, but she stayed quiet. She stayed quiet throughout the whole playing out of the court and all the stuff that went out. Everybody kept saying, Caresha, you need to speak out against it. Or Caresha, you probably was doing that nasty stuff with Diddy and them male strippers too. Caresha never denied it. She didn't say anything. What she did say was Diddy treated her well. She didn't know him to be abusive because remember, you guys remember, we cannot forget that video of Diddy just giving it to Cassie, right? She didn't really, to me, Carisha said, well, I don't know him to be like that. Well, that's not how he treated me. She didn't really condemn it like she should have. Like, I would be like, look, my man was wrong. I can't excuse that type of behavior, but, and however, he has changed. That was some years ago, and he was wrong for what he did then, and I can't excuse it now. All I can say is I don't know him like that, and I feel for Cassie, and I hope that she is able to heal and move on. But yes, he was wrong for doing that, but I think that he has changed his ways, as far as I can tell now. Well, he hasn't really changed his way because he was still doing that stuff. He still likes to do that. That's what he likes to do. He likes to watch men do stuff with women. So if you know that he likes that and he's never did that with you, and he spent lots of money doing that. He spent lots of money having men flown in and having women flown in and on all that baby oil. So if you know that your man likes that and you find out, like, just imagine, right? You're married or you have a boyfriend and you guys kick it. You guys are traveling. You guys are doing this. You're doing that. You're in love. And then you find out that your man likes to do Diddy stuff. Like, wait a minute. First of all, you second of all, that's how you really like to get down. Then you really don't like what we do. Like, you don't really like what we do. Like, if I were to find out, and I'm not judging anybody else, but if I found out my man likes men, that's his business. But I know he don't like me like that, right? Like, me and him could just be cool because it looked like we like the same thing. So I guess we gonna be friends now. We might even still be able to go out to, to a concert. We might be able to still travel, but we can't do nothing else. Like, you the homie. Now you're the homie. You one of my friends. Hey, sis. We talking about Diddy and Caresha right now, sis. She's definitely all about the money. I'm going to get into the letter that she wrote to the judge, and y'all, I'm telling y'all, if you haven't already read it, don't read it because, honey, I'm about to give it to you. But listen, this girl is delusional. Delusional. I'm telling you guys, we got to talk about this stuff because we got to point and laugh at stuff like this. We got to point and laugh and feel like we're better and act like we're so above it. I don't know. I had a boo that I would have wrote something like this for, but not if he was doing this. No, no, no. I would have wrote a letter. I don't know if I would have waited on him, y'all, while Diddy was in jail, and I don't know if this was to throw the scent off, throw the public off of what she was actually really doing, which was sit quietly waiting on Diddy, right? I want to hear those phone calls. I want to hear Diddy's jailhouse phone calls because I know he was talking to Caresha, and we only know who else. And I bet you those phone calls are 1,000 times worse than Young Thug's phone calls. But I bet you he was talking to Young Miami the whole time because, girl, why was you just waiting? It was like you was waiting at the door to write this letter. But yes, while he's been in jail, Caresha used to date Stefan, Cardi B's baby daddy. While Cardi B was pregnant and sending him photos with no clothes on, catch that. That's what Offset was saying last year when he said she was with somebody else while she's carrying my child. And Cardi swore up and down that she wasn't, but she had been seeing Stefan. Stefan was with everybody else, and to Stefan, a big old 304. He's a fun boy. He's fine. Okay, he is fine. But he's a fun boy. Cardi, you don't have babies or marry or do none of that with fun boys. You have fun with fun boys. But Caresha had a little fun with him. But I guess she saw that, look, he got a lot going on. So when she found out he was seeing Cardi and this one and that one, she wanted no part. So when she was asked, hey, wasn't you chilling it with Stefan on his birthday? She said, no, with a straight face. No, no, I wasn't. So I guess Cardi, see that, there's not many billionaires that's, just dying to take on a hood chick with two baby daddies. So let's get into this, right? Let's get into this letter. And I'm going to get to you guys in the chat. I see you guys going up. Guys, thank you for hitting my like button and all of that. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to get to the bottom of this stuff. Real talk. All right. So let me get to the letter. All right. And I did a short video on it. You guys didn't watch it. Watch my videos. They're not even that long. Watch them, like them, comment on them, y'all. Don't sleep. Okay, so check this out. This is Caresha. And I bet somebody helped her write it. But I don't know. I write better than I speak, I think. I don't know. But she says, Dear Your Honor, my name is Caresha Brownlee. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, and a hip-hop artist who has spent many years in the public eye. I want to be clear that I cannot speak on or defend anything that may have happened before I met Sean Combs. You should have said The things that I've seen before me, I was disgusted with. However, that's what you should have said. But anyway, she goes on to say, I do not condone any wrongdoing. Who's wrongdoing, Caresha? I can only speak from my personal experience and the man I've come to know over the past 4 years. For 3 of those years, I was in a public relationship with Sean, and during that time, I witnessed and came to know a different person than the one often portrayed. Behind the scenes, he was loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging. hmm He motivated me, believed in me, and helped me grow both personally and professionally. I'm writing this letter because I believe it's important for the court to know the side of Sean that isn't always seen or spoken about. The man who poured into others, who gave opportunities, who led by example, and who loved deeply. He helped shape me both professionally and personally. He believed in me, pushed me to grow, and taught me how to be a better businesswoman. He helped me find balance between chasing my dreams and being present for my family because that's what he did. No matter how busy he was, he never missed holidays or special moments with his friends. Girl, these chicks be landing on thick. I'm telling you, they'll do anything. Broke girls would do this for a broke man. That's what's cold. That's what make the game so cold. At least she's doing this for a billionaire. But she goes on. One of my most meaningful memories was when he took me to my first Met Gala. Oh, like Cinderella. It wasn't just about the event. It was about what it represented. Sean has always made it a priority to open doors for black people, to make sure we are seen, heard, and valued in spaces where we've historically been excluded. You know she didn't write this. That night reminded me that we belong in every room, at every table, and in every conversation. He's constantly encouraged me and so many others to dream bigger, walk in confidence, and never shrink who we are to make others comfortable. Beyond all of that, I've seen him give back to his community over and over again. In 2022, we fed the homeless together on Thanksgiving, but that was just one example. There were so many moments where he gave quietly, privately, without cameras, because his heart genuinely wanted to help. I've also witnessed him doing real inner work. He made the choice to check himself into anger management, start therapy, and that takes strength, humility, and self awareness. He didn't do it for show, he did it because he wanted to grow and to become a better person. In my personal experience, Sean is not a danger or a threat to the community. He is a man of God, someone who uplifts, supports, and inspires those around him to be better mentally, physically, and spiritually. But more than anything, he's a father, and his kids are the ones who look up to him the most. They need him. His presence, love, and guidance matter deeply in their lives. Judge, this is a kicker. This is the part that really got me. That's a good man. Thank you, Caresha Brownlee. Y'all, what do you guys think the judge is? He gonna set him free, huh? Girl, 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 girl. I cannot. I cannot even deal. You guys think the judge is gonna believe that? You think he's gonna buy that? Child, please. Hey, Jenny, thanks for tuning in. Love, you are a hater. Get a life, please. Feminine Bad Girl says he didn't change his life. change his way. He just didn't treat her like that. So she couldn't speak to that part of him. Well, we know he was still engaging in the same type of improprieties or whatever with 50 Cent's baby mama, but 50 Cent's baby mama was with it. She just said, pay me. And she just wanted a house, but she was in love with Diddy. They all were in love with him. Diddy is a charmer. He knows how to put on the charm. I think he knows how to make a woman feel really good. He's going to spend the money. He's going to spend that time. He's going to buy you things, right? So, but it's all a facade. It's all to get what he wants. You don't think he's getting out, Deneen? Um, he's gonna get out eventually. He got 20 years. I don't think he's gonna do, for some reason, because I feel like if the judge was gonna let him out with time served, he would have let him out and let him wait for sentencing on the outs, right? He would have let him post bail, and he would have allowed him to await sentencing at home. She did say that, Deneen. She did say that. She said that to one of his other girlfriends who also wrote a character letter for him. But when they found him not guilty of the more serious charges, uh, Young Miami posted something. I can't remember what it was, but it basically was in support of Diddy's not guilty verdicts. And so I knew then. I knew the whole time because she was so crazy about him, right? And even though he was accused of those horrendous things, she had a lot to lose when he went to jail. He was supporting her lifestyle. She had the Caresha Please show. Since he's been in jail, her whole everything has just been pretty much gone. She had a reality show down the pipeline. She had Caresha Please. She thought she was really doing it. And that's why you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. And that's why you cannot depend on a man. You got to have your own things because you don't never know what these men be doing. Um, okay. Krishan said they tried to get her, had a huge bed in the backyard, and was trying to wheel her in. Krishan would have did it. She would have did it. Mm. Denise says they all infested. You know what I did when I did my live last night, Denise? Um, I showed a chart of how Cardi B's new baby that she's having with Stefan is going to be related to Bow Wow's baby and Future's baby because Joey Chavez, who is Future's baby mama, is also Bow Wow's baby mama, and she also has a child with Stefan Diggs' brother. So it's just, and then Sierra's child is going to be related to Bow Wow's baby mama's child. It's just a whole big old thing. Like, it's crazy, right? Diddy is Carisha and Saucy Santana's man. They missed the Chanel shopping sprees. You know what, Monique? You wrong for that. But that's what they say. They say that. Okay? I'm not saying it. That's what they say. I'm not about to say that. I didn't see that. So, allegedly. And that's what the streets say. And that's their opinion. Okay? Right, Janine. You know, he's like me. I'm not, no. Diddy ain't nothing like me. But that's what I tell everybody. Like, I'm just dating. I'm just having fun. I'm just dating because that's my way of saying I'm not ready for a relationship or I don't want to be in a relationship or I got other things going on. Um, but, you know, he's Diddy, right? He has plenty of money because most of the time, most girls are not going for that. Somebody's going to want to be the main chick. But if Diddy's paying for your bills, if he's paying for everything, he's giving you an allowance, you know, you might go for it. I mean, he had like 6 or 7 girlfriends at one time. Diddy even had Joey Chavez at one point. She was even dating him, and I believe 50 Cent's baby mama stole Diddy from her. Hey, Jeannie, thanks for tuning in. Hey, V. She definitely tried it with that letter, Monique. That's a whole fool. That letter is a fool. Like, girl, you would think that she was writing about Jesus. I mean, the way people talk about men as if they're their saviors, as if, Cardi was even talking like that. Stefan, he really gives me confidence. And he said, let me heal you. Like, a man can't heal you. You have to do that for yourself. I wish a man would tell me, oh, let me heal you. I'd be like, okay. But for real, these women get with these men and they put them up high as if they're God himself. They worship them. And that's what it seemed like to me. Like, this is the letter of somebody who worships somebody. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. If you were the judge and you received that letter, how would you feel? I would feel like you're really trying to play with my intelligence. Like, I didn't just sit over 2 months of testimony and watch videos and see and listen to text messages of how this man really get down. Like, you think I'm stupid as you? And I would tell her that, like, look, you got to be out of your damn mind. And I would admonish his attorneys, like, why you bring me this BS? Like, this girl done lost her damn mind. For real. Like, are you serious? I bet you that judge want to ask her, is you cool? Because, girl, you have lost your mind. Real talk. Yes, she is standing by her man, Jeannie, for sure. You know what? Somebody was asking me today, do they think that Trump is going to pardon him? If he hadn't said all that stuff about Trump in the past, I believe Trump would have definitely gave him a pardon. He gave uh, Little Wayne a pardon, and that other rapper that's always high. What's his name? He's from Florida. Kodak Black. He gave him a pardon. He gave out lots of pardons. So I think Diddy, if he had played his cards right, he would have definitely got a pardon. Didn't uh didn't he pardon the Chrisleys? Did he do that? I know they got out of jail. Hey M3, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for coming by. How are you doing? What's good with you and Jax tonight? The judge is gonna crumble. The judge is gonna crumble up that letter and say, "Get this shit away from me." I bet you gonna say, "They gonna laugh. You don't get this off my desk." And they're gonna say, "Your Honor, you gotta read the character letters. You can't. You gotta be professional. You're a judge." I'd be like, "You don't get this stuff out my face." Saucy said it in his interview. What did he say, Jeannie? They all need a check, right, Yo Yo? Hey, keep pushing forward. Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing tonight? Are we still doing a panel tonight? I know Jazzy J was supposed to do a panel. Guys, Yo Yo did a panel last night. And if you missed out on that, you missed out. We think we might have made a love connection. I'm interested to see how that went. We're supposed to have a panel tonight. Yo Yo, are we still having the panel tonight? Jazzy, where you at? Are you in here? Are we gonna have the panel? Are you gonna update us on how things went? Uh, you got a lot done. Good for you, entertainment you love. I was trying to get some stuff done too. I've been working on this video for David, the David case. You guys are aware of the David situation, that whole scandal with David, the 20-year-old whose Tesla was found with a dismembered, decomposing body. I'm trying to get that all together. I want to do it right. I want to, produce it correctly. So it's taking me a few days. Hopefully, I can get it out tomorrow. Um, but it's a lot of updates with that, and I feel like that's going to be probably the next big case. I hope they find out whoever did that to that baby, though. I hope they find out about it. And so I want to do this story right. I feel like I'm just tired of hearing about things happening to these babies because she was a baby. And these kind of stories, those are the kind of stories that I really want to talk about and that you guys should pay attention to as well. If you see something, say something, do something. Um, we'll get into that. I'll get into that with that story. But when it comes down the pipeline, when I drop it, please watch it because I feel like not just for the sake of watching it and ingesting it, because things like that can be a lot, right? It can be traumatic, but we have to watch. We have to be aware, and we have to make sure we are protecting babies, even if they're not our own. If we see something going wrong or something looking strange, I'd rather us be wrong and then, and have somebody mad at us than know that there's a 13-year-old being exploited and we don't do anything. I haven't heard from Jazzy today. Oh, Deneen, yep, they on the phone right now, Deneen. They're on the phone right now. Because I ain't seen Smooth in here or Jazzy right now tonight. Where they at? Where they at? I hope it works out too, Mama 3. That would be so cool. Our first YouTube love connection. That would be cute. Uh, oh, Saucy said Diddy was a man in so many words without saying it. What? That would be crazy. Saucy, Diddy, and Caresha. Oof. You just got the records on Romika too. They said Hottie being charged with. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I'll have to update that story as well. Um, the last story that I updated about Romika on Saturday, a lot of people responded to it, and a lot of people are definitely waiting to for that investigation to unfold and hoping for justice for Romika and her family. Um, it's still under investigation. Okay. Keep Pusher said, where they at? I don't know. Probably something to do with a popping. And you know what you said. No, I'm just playing. I'm not going to say that. You can see Saucy and Diddy together. Monique, you crazy. So, yeah. Diddy's son also wrote a character letter. I didn't pull that one up. That one was very sad. His son, I was going to say Tristan, but his name is Christian. He's like 20 something years old, but it sounds like a little kid, like just begging for his father to come home. I feel like I said, I feel like the prosecutors want him to get like 43 to 57 months. Obviously, his attorneys are pushing for time served. I think the judge is going to do something in the middle. I don't think it would be time served. I could be wrong, but I predict that he will give Diddy something like 3 years, 3 to 5 years. That's what I feel like he would do on each count, but he will serve them concurrently. So, right, is that concurrently together? Instead of consecutively. Consecutively would be one after the other. Okay, I think I got it right. Correct me in the chat. You guys know you like to tell me when I'm wrong. So I feel like he's going to get 3 to 5 years on both counts. He's going to have to do 18 in there. So he'll probably have another 6 months to do. Well, he's been in there 12. So he'll have another 5 months to do, right? And then the rest I feel like will be probation. I feel like they're going to want to keep tabs on him to make sure that he is adhering to staying off drugs and that he is not engaging in any more freak offs. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Let me know your predictions. What do you think? How much time do you think Diddy will get next week when he goes to court and gets sentenced? I just feel like if the judge was going to let him out, he wouldn't make him wait till sentencing. But then he might say to himself, I'm gonna give him 24 months, and then when he comes back before me, it will be time served, and I'll release him on that day. Monique, you think 3 to 5 years as well? I think he's going to do some time. And I honestly feel like, for what he did to Cassie, what he was doing to those girls, even if he was paying them, even if he paid them, even if they, like 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne Joy, she's like 40, right? But still, it's still exploitation. It's still prostitution, and it's still morally and criminally wrong. And you can't, because you are rich, because you have billions of dollars, because you have power. You can't then say, because without the money, without him having power and fame, most of the, well, I can't say that because some of y'all stupid. And I'm not talking about y'all in the chat. I'm just saying, some of these women be out here stupid. And they'll do all that stuff that Diddy wanted for free, for a bum. So I can't really even say that. I just can't. Guys, we're gonna keep our cat eyes open, and we're gonna stay tuned, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen next week. I'm gonna keep you guys. You guys already know we'll go live. We're gonna go live the moment he get that time. We're gonna go live. So be ready on October 3rd, Friday. What I got going on October 3rd? I don't got nothing going on. I already know my calendar. Next week, I have an appointment. Let me see. Let me check. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I do have an appointment next week. It's not on my calendar. Let me make sure. I'll be going live from my appointment. I'm lying. But I don't think I have an appointment or any meetings or anything like that next Friday. So I could be right here at his house. And I think we're going to go live as it happens, right? We're going to go live as it's happening, and I'm going to have my phone or something like this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I got to get my setup right. I got to get all that stuff where you can play so I'm not doing like this. I need to bring stuff up. I need to get this together if I'm going to be doing this stuff. That all seems so complicated, though. I don't know. I'm going to figure it out, though. I'm going to see what I need, and I'm going to set up my studio, okay, and make some beats. But, yeah, so we'll be on here. Let me just check my calendar real quick, because I know y'all nosy. I mean, I know y'all want to know just like I do. Okay. Why the hell I got an appointment this Friday? Okay, no. Okay, 7:29. Oh, shit. I have an appointment Friday, October 3rd. However, 6 o'clock is 9 o'clock in New York. I'll be up at 6 o'clock. I'll be up at 6 o'clock going live, telling y'all how much time Diddy got. Y'all gonna be up with me? Even if y'all at work, put your earbud in or whatever. But yeah, y'all want to place a bet? I bet you $1. He gets like 3 to 5 years. Let me check the traps. What's the chat talking about? Monique Anderson says, if Caresha wanted to make a statement, she should have got on the stand instead of hiding. Exactly. Like, people know she did it. People already know. I'm sure she was anticipating that the shoe was going to drop today, and her name would be all over the blogs today. I'm sure she knew that. Denise says, Chopper from Making the Band said they walked for that cheese because of Beyonce. She wanted that cheesecake. I don't know. I never heard that. It could be true. It could be true. Uh, Keys News went to the station and got the printout. That's what's up. Jeannie says, Diddy gonna get the max? You think he's gonna get 20 years? Well, that's instantly gonna be appealed, and he's instantly gonna win that because that's going to be unfair. Like, that's unheard of. Even the prosecutors, even if he gets the 57 months, that the prosecutors are asking for 43 to 57 months, which is about 4 to 6 years. Even if he gets that much time on both counts and it's run concurrent, he's still going to get out in a couple of years. He's not going to do much more time. But for him to get 20 years, that's going to be like unprecedented. I doubt that he's going to get that for uh, for this case. I'm not saying if he. And listen, I'm not saying what he deserves. I'm saying what will happen. What is more than likely going to happen with his case, based on what I know about the law and how it works. That's just how I feel. He's going to have a report written. That's something I used to do when somebody goes to court. Any of you, if you go to court, you have a probation officer write up a report, and the probation officer is going to give a report that's basically saying to the judge how much time you should do and what you've been doing in the meantime leading up to um, your sentencing. So it's called a sentencing report, and that's done by a probation officer. So, yeah, I doubt he'll get the max. I would be very shocked, very shocked. Janine, you wanna put a wager on that? You wanna wager that? You know, I'm at 100 on him not getting the max. Deneen said he's getting much more time. They say much more time. Everybody said they're gonna get more time. Entertainment You Love says give him a bunk next to R. Kelly. If Kelly can't get out, don't let Diddy get out. But Kelly was found guilty. Diddy was found guilty of uh, the lesser charges. He wasn't found guilty of racketeering and the other charges. Monique said he's already humiliated and it would be hard to face the fans after all his intimate details on Front Street. Yeah, whatever happens with him, when he gets out, whenever he gets out, he better go and hide. If he gets out next week or next year, go somewhere on a remote island and hide. Just hide. Don't come back out. Don't let nobody see your face. Like the life you knew before you went in, before all of this happened, is over with. Go live on StreamYard and sell it. And share it. Deneen, you can watch it from here on YouTube, Deneen. You don't have to go nowhere. I'll be on StreamYard. Uh, if you guys want to come up and discuss it, you can as well. Deneen says she can't see him getting out. Don't worry about it. You think popular opinion? Yep, he's definitely going to think about what the public wants. I think he's definitely going to consider, because this is his first, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but this guy is young. He's like 40 something. I think he's way younger than me even. But this is his first big case. So he's definitely going to want to be fair and unprejudiced, but he's also going to uh, not want to make it look as though Diddy is getting any preferential treatment. So I think he's going to give him 3 to 5. All eyes will be on Diddy, absolutely. So, guys, now we're going to get into Peach. Let's talk about Peach. Let's talk about Peach, baby. You know what? I swore before I would never talk about Peach, but it's kind of fun talking about her. Peach is so silly and entertaining and funny. But it's also like, she always has so much going on. Like, how does one person who doesn't work, doesn't have any friends, doesn't deal with her family, who has 9 kids, always have so much going on? Like, why do you always have so much drama going on? You guys ate that video up that I did about the beef she has with Millionaire Mommy going on. They're both so silly. Millionaire Mommy is a trip, okay? Um, she posted another video today. I'm gonna let you guys hear that real quick. And there she is with her sports bras and I mean, I get body positivity, but Millionaire Mommy, come on now. You could do better than that, girl. You could still be cute and all of that, but you can cover up. So this is what Millionaire Mommy said today. You guys know I already updated you on her first response from Peach, airing out all of their tea, right? For those of you who don't know, Peach went on TikTok and Facebook and posted old messages between herself and Millionaire Mommy. Apparently, Millionaire Mommy was a former student of Peach, and Peach used Millionaire Mommy as proof that her coaching and her mentorship or whatever works. Well, somebody said today, that was 2021. We know you did that then, but what have you done lately? Like, who are your new students? What have you taught your new students, Peach? And they made a good point. But this is Millionaire Mommy's response to people saying, "Oh, Peach was giving you your flowers," and okay, I'll let her talk.
Quite understand what shade is, and y'all talking about I was giving my flowers in that post. Rolling your eyes and saying want to be like her. Where is the flowers in that? What kind of flowers these ninjas been giving y'all? Cause clearly y'all don't know what flowers is. What kind of flowers y'all been getting? Them must have been funeral arrangements, cause them ain't the kind of flowers I want to get. Cause that was shady. That was very shady. What did y'all talk about? Man, come on now. Come on. Be for real. And yeah, she said I'm bossed up. And she said I'm a success story because that's facts. That's facts. She can't get around it. But in her opinion, I'm not somebody, you heard what she said, want to be like her. She's not somebody that she looks to and she's like, okay, yeah, she did that. Let me take what she did and apply this here with my content. No. See, if I had a student that took a braid class from me, and my student excelled and is doing well, and they have celebrity clients, they got a shop, they bossed up. You know what I'm saying? Damn, let me take some notes from my students. Let me, okay, my student did that. What the heck? What is that? That's not what's going on here at all. So, them flowers y'all say that she gave me, them weren't flowers, them just was facts. Clearly. And as y'all can see, her favorite student that she said is her favorite, she not even sure if they monetize. Come on now. And the girl wailing Atlanta. How that don't add up, y'all. That don't add up. And if y'all really think I just woke up and started like acting like I'm visiting a program, acting like I didn't know Peach, y'all are that like you can't just think that. But like I said, I ain't trying to clear up my name. Peaches started ignoring me before I started doing and moving the way I'm moving. and I ain't coming with no receipts. Believe what you want to believe. And the only receipts that she had is that I paid her for the services she provided. So what receipts is y'all talk about she came with? She came with my receipts from what I paid her. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Okay. It's funny. Them wasn't flowers. Them was funeral arrangements then. I don't want them. And I want a true and
That was a cute response. I like Kiara. She keeps her kids up. Her kids are always clean. She does hair. Her baby girl's hair is always done nice. She need to get clothes that fit. But that don't really bother me. If she want to go around looking like that, that's on her. Uh, but yeah. Um, so what did you guys think about her response? And Peach hasn't really responded to anything moving forward. I guess she got the rise out of her that she wanted. And it didn't really help Peach because Peach is not doing well over there on TikTok. It took her 3 days this time to get up to 10K. 3 long days. And people are not watching her over there on TikTok like before. Her numbers were already low to the flow before she got the first ban on the last account, on the 1.1 million account. So I think that Kiara, Millionaire Mommy, I feel like she played it right, like she was supposed to. She was supposed to respond and get her numbers up and get the attention. If you want to call me out, I'm going to respond. She had a little light shade. She expressed herself very well. She didn't get on here getting loud. She didn't get on here insulting Peach or talking bad about her or this be this and this be that. No, she didn't do that at all. She explained what happened. She explained, yes, I did pay her. I paid her for everything that she gave to me. Yes, I did want her to help me with such and such. Peach didn't want to do that, so okay, I still made it happen anyway. But no, she is not responsible for me. I worked hard to get myself here. And it is what it is. And I seen her on here on Facebook and TikTok and YouTube. I seen Millionaire Mommy on here carrying on, and for a while she was running it up. She was running it up big time, but people get tired of that. Just like they're getting tired of Peach. They're getting tired of seeing that same old manufactured content. People want to see real lives. They're into Mama Beanie. Have you guys got hip to Mama Beanie? She's a young mother from California, Los Angeles, California. She's like 27 with 7 kids, and she's like coming up little by little, kind of like how Peach was. Kind of how like Peach was. People fell in love with Peach because she seemed humble. She seemed like a mom who was trying to do better for herself and take care of her kids. Well, I see a lot of people donating to to Mama Beanie. I see her just trying to take care of her kids and things like that. Today, I found out Mama Beanie was, a victim of a drive-by shooting, and she had to learn how to walk all over again. So that girl has been through a lot, and I mean, she comes off as really sweet. So she has a lot of people rooting for her, me as well. And yeah, that's the kind of things that people are interested in. They're not interested in hearing you talk bad about people and put people down. Well, so Peach is doing what she's doing, likes doing best. She's back at Navy Federal getting 20K out the bank. Well, 10K. And she's back to teasing you PAHs, okay? And letting you guys know that you're broke and you're ugly. Peach said it, not me. You want to see? Okay, I'll show you. I'm going to show you right now. Hey, ugly. Hey, ugly. That's what she said. Okay. All right.
Hey, ugly. Bye, ugly hoes. It be them ugly ass hoes who been hating, ain't it? Talk bad about a bitch cause I don't wanna paint them. It be them ugly hoes, they the one keep up drama. All I like around me is them raw babies. I like the one with attitude like the cute faces. Slim thick, booty shots, raw, no chaser. Wave my hand at you, hoes like, hi.
Okay, I'm gonna stop playing that because I don't want to get copyrighted. But that was Peach at the bank getting her money. It's like you can always tell when stuff been low for her because as soon as she gets a few bands, then she starts posting stuff like that. If you are used to getting money, if you are get money, if you're a money getter, if you're a money spender, a money getter, that's not nothing to you. A few bands, girl, you got 10, 50, 11 children at the house. Them diapers gonna eat through that. Uh, Gas getting them kids back and forth to school, driving them 2 and 3 hours back and forth from Tampa to Lakewood Ranch is gonna eat through that. The food, y'all eat a lot of food, is gonna eat through that. Your little rent. You can't even afford to get car insurance, Peach. Stop bragging. Okay, I'm being funny. I'm being funny. I'm teasing her. But for real, like if you're used to having that type of money, if you're used to spending those type of ends, first of all, Peach, you are making yourself a potential victim. You are making yourself a sitting duck. Why you could have got that money a couple of days before, but criminals don't know that. Criminals don't know that. And then they know what school your kids go to though. They probably know where you live. I'm not going to give anybody any ideas, but that's just irresponsible behavior. I would never do that. Um, Let me check the traps. What's going on in my chat? And are you guys hitting that like button? Like, come on now. Make sure you're hitting that like button. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel because you never know when I might go live. I don't even be knowing when I go live half the time, to be honest. So make sure you have the notification set to all so that you can join me when I do go live. Okay, now where was I at? Yo-Yo says, I just reacted to that. I like how she responded so calm. And who is this in here? Oh, you said he can't bribe people. Who, Diddy? Yeah, he does need therapy. He needs much prayer and he does need therapy. Oh, you said no Peach tonight? You didn't want to hear about Peach, Deneen? They're hiding the peaches. They're hiding everything. The algorithm thinks it's so smart. It's hiding everything. Not nappy head, Deneen. Girl. You hope she finds Peach in those Tampa streets. I don't think that Millionaire Mommy is that type. I don't think, I'm sure she would probably defend herself if need be, but I don't think she wants to do anything physical. I think she just wants to get the same traction that Peach is using. Peach used her name. Okay, you speaking on me, so I'm going to speak on you back and get my numbers up as well. She even said, well, let's collab. She was still willing to collab. Why? I don't know. She'll do better on her own than with Peach. Did I see the video of her raggedy jeans? Yeah, typical Peach. All down to the Wild Wings, to the, damn, I haven't been there in forever. I forgot the name, Wingstop. I haven't had Wingstop in months. I love me some Wingstop too, y'all. But all that Wingstop with those ugly Crocs on, hair sticking up all over her head, dancing. She don't have no shame. She don't have no shame, y'all. She was all doing all that bouncing around and gyrating. I wonder why them people don't kick her out. They probably figure she's just crazy. There go crazy Peach. Here go crazy, crazy Peach. Up to her, up to her shenanigans again. Right, Peach don't even want to be like herself, correct, Yo-Yo? No, she doesn't praise her students. No, that's one thing she doesn't do. Yo-Yo mentioned that the other day, that she doesn't even follow back. You could follow back a few people, like your biggest supporters, at least the people that are always there for you. Like, who do you think you are, Beyonce? I'm like, girl, get over yourself. Yo Yo says Peach got her YouTube checking buying followers. I wouldn't put it past her. Yes, it was very subtle, Cancer 66. She was very calm. I think Millionaire Mommy, I think she's a cute girl. She knows how to do her hair and do that makeup and stuff. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're a big girl, skinny girl, just wear it well. Girl, girl, you could even still get them little squirts. Just get it like they look like they're too big. But I honestly believe that Millionaire Mommy does it for the engagement. Negative attention, positive attention, it's all the same with some of these content creators. Y'all, I was going to talk to y'all about Kane too. I'm going to get into that. If y'all want to hear about that, let me know. Put an E and a K in the chat if you want me to update you on that BS with Kane and her baby daddy Chris. It's terrible. It's terrible. I won't talk about it tonight if you guys don't want to hear about it though, but put an E and a K in the chat if you do. What happened to her best friend who used to help her? Peach says she don't have friends. She don't like people. So she probably told her something she needed to hear, and Peach got mad. And you know how Peach does. She don't want to listen to nobody. She doesn't take anybody's advice. Monique, you never click on Peach. Not your type of content. Most people don't like watching her. They don't. That's right, Deneen. That's right. Deneen says, I don't have thousands of views, but I still salute and give praise to my mentor. And my mentor shows her appreciation. She sure does. Yo-Yo's in the chat right now. Thank you, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo, we went and we about to win again. I'm telling y'all, that's the kind of mentor you need. You don't need somebody even to just tell you, okay, because somebody could tell you what to do, right? Like I can give you a recipe. However, it may or may not turn out right. But if I come over to your house and I show you what I do, then you can take what you learn from me and put your own sauce on it, right? Like I might tell you, okay, this is my recipe for a lemon pound cake with cream cheese frosting. And you might say, oh, okay. And then you make it a couple of times and you see, okay, I like it, but I think I can improve upon that. That's what you're supposed to do. And then the next time I come over to your house, I see not only are you making lemon pound cakes, now you're making caramel pound cakes. You done switched up and did all that. And you doing even more than what I taught you. That's how you support someone and mentor someone. You're not even just telling them what to do. You're showing them what to do and you're helping them to get better at what it is that you taught them to do. And maybe even surpass what you taught them, right? That's a good mentor. And you don't get jealous and you don't come on social media and you don't put them down and turn your nose up at them. Be like her? Who, her? Please. You don't do that. And you don't reveal all the text messages and all the email chains between you two, showing things that she asked you in private, showing things that she wanted to do with you in private. You don't do that. You don't do that. Why so many kids? Irresponsible. Plain and simple, irresponsible. Someone posted that today, like, I think I took a screenshot of it, and they said that it is child abuse to keep having children when you're already underwater. And underwater meaning mentally drained. You can barely afford what you have, the bills you have now. You can barely manage the family you already have. It's very irresponsible and it is neglectful to keep having children and you know you can't manage the children that you already have. Even if it's tiring and even if, you having it hard, If you want to have more children, that's on you, right? But if you can't manage, if you can't pay your bills, if you don't have anybody to help you when you're going to work, if you have no help at all, and you know you don't have any help at all, why would you get one more kid? Or if you have kids who have special needs and you already are to the limit, to your limits, why would you have more kids? I don't get it, but there are women who can never have children who are barren, and then you have women who are irresponsible with their reproductive health and they have goo gobs of kids. So I can't make it make sense either why she would do that. Denise, she may have had to make an appointment as well. I remember once upon a time I wanted to go and get 25,000 out the bank, and I was told that the bank didn't even have that much money. They would have to order it. So I thought that they had all that money at the bank. I guess not. I guess they only have but so much, right? I guess they don't, carry that much money for obvious reasons. Janice says she wants something to happen to her so she could do her big one. You know she do. That fool, it would be right up her alley. Hi, Kelly Elston. Thanks for joining us tonight. Yes, you can definitely transfer from one account to the other, Deneen. Okay, you guys want to hear about EK? We're going to talk about her too when we wrap it up with Peach. Kane was pregnant. Last time I saw her, I haven't been on TikTok. I haven't been on Facebook. Y'all, run my videos up. I've been spending all my time over here. I get money. I get the most money on Facebook. And I got to start getting ready for this holiday season. I got to start getting all my shopping content together. I got lots of shopping content, but it's going over to my new page. I'll be posting that. So if you guys want to be tuned in with the deals, with the sales, with the Black Friday, oh, I get it cracking. I get it cracking around the holidays. I act a plum fool. That's why I'm always broke. No, but for real, I'm going to make some money. I'm going to make some money. And if you're a content creator and you want to see how I'm going to make this money, make sure you join my new page. Because I'm going to take my shopping content from over here and put it somewhere on a new page. I'm going to start over fresh with that. But yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you guys are following my new page, because I am giving you all of me right now. I'm doing my big one. I am standing on business over here on YouTube. I appreciate the love that all of you have been showing me, by the way. I really appreciate it. Okay. I'm just trying to get through you guys' comments and respond. So thanks for bearing with me. Who is a real life comedian? And Janine, who? Millionaire Mommy or Peach? Right, Janine, give you the recipe. But you also have to put your own little stank on it, right? Someone can mentor you, but you're supposed to take it and run with it. You're supposed to have initiative. Like, somebody can pour into you, but if you don't have any ambition and if you don't believe in yourself, then that's not going to work either. Like, what may work with me may not work with the next person, because the next person wasn't willing to put in the work. You still have to put in the work. Somebody else can give you all their knowledge in the world, all the support, all the mentorship in the world, but you still got to show up and do what you need to do as well. The Hustlepreneurs Hub says, I like that name. I recall, and thanks for joining. This is the first time I'm seeing you in my chat. Says, I recall a lady paying for her class, and she was in a different time zone and worked all night in a long shift and missed it, so she asked for another class, and she was like, no. Well, she does say she doesn't do refunds or makeup, so, but still, have a heart. Like, you know what it is you don't know what it is to work, because you got welfare and food stamps before you came to YouTube. And now that you get YouTube money and Facebook money, now you want to act like you're better than everybody else. So Right, that was messy yo-yo. She's just way too rude, yet depends on these same people for her income. She been needed to be humbled. I'm all for her. You're a queen, but check your attitude. Absolutely, hustlepreneur. Even if you have an attitude, because that's her shtick, right? Being nasty, being so rude. That's Peach's whole thing. And some people are actually entertained by it until her ire is on them, until they comment something just arbitrarily, because that's usually how it happens. And depending on Peach's mood, she'll come at them real nasty and real vulgar just for no reason. And then that's when they'll be like making videos and wanting to come out and talk about how bad Peach treated them. But it always comes back to bite them. She has no supporter that she likes or loves so much that they cannot be used to for content. She'll use her children. She'll use her kids. She'll use her mama. She'll use Wood. She don't care about using one of us. But yes, it looks like she's trying to throw us off the scent because she is showing content with her out with McKay and they're getting ready for homecoming. Those suits are so ugly. That's why he needs his daddy out there with him. Daddy. Okay? That's those kids' daddy. I know you like calling him daddy, but that's them boys' daddy. Let him be a daddy to his kids. Why in the hell are you out with that boy shopping for suits? Let that boy's daddy take him. Even if he can't drive, McKay can drive now. Let them go out together. Like, what business do you have out there shopping with McKay for suits? Like, you refuse to let Wood be a man. You would do everything in the world except allow Wood to act like a father to those children. This is the perfect time for McKay and Wood to bond. That's exactly what should be happening. But is this old content? Is this old content from before? Because remember, everyone is saying that she actually pulled McKay out of school. So is this just old content that she's showing? Or is it another child that was actually pulled out of school? Or were any of the children really pulled out of school? Or was that just a 1 day trial where she was, you know how some people let you test something out? Was that just a 1 week or 1 day trial? Who knows with this lady? Who really knows? But yeah, that's what's going on with her. Millionaire Mommy is continuing to respond to commenters about Peach. And Peach is over there showing off and acting like she's Big Willie. You know what I'm saying? With her little 10K, because she ain't used to nothing. And, you know, so yeah, she's up to 14.4K followers. And it looks like TikTok is letting her keep this page. She's had this page since what, Saturday? So it looks like they're allowing her to keep this page. And she is humble. Okay? Girl, no, she didn't. Look.
Say the word. Yeah, I write you a diss track right now. Say the word. Yeah, I write you a diss track right.
Talking about she'll write a diss track for JT for her and Cardi B. Peach, stop it. You know, JT is a fan of Peach. So yeah, she's still dropping the kids off at school, but you know, it's not that I thought that the girl. A whole fool. Peach, for real, like, girl. Yeah, but she says she's gonna be doing TikTok shop now. Remember, she said she hate TikTok shop. She wouldn't be doing TikTok shop. But now she says she is going to be doing TikTok shop and whatever else TikTok wants her to do. she's gonna be doing it. So that's all about Peach. That's all I got tonight. So what say you all? What do you guys think about tonight's Peach content? Let me know. And like I told you guys before, um, this is not a Peach channel. This is whatever y'all want to see, whatever I feel like doing. But if I'm interested in it, I do want to do those uh, stories, like I said, about Romika. Um, I do want to do those stories about this David guy. And it's not really about him, it's more so about justice for Romika, justice for Celeste Rivas. I do want to do those stories. Those stories have touched my heart. And I feel like I want to be a part of getting the word out about them. And hopefully, if I could reach one extra person and somebody changes, if a parent pays closer attention to their child, or if a woman decides to walk away and leave a situation like that, if I can share what I've been through and how my story can relate to it, then I feel great about that. And I also don't mind reacting to Peach. I don't mind reacting to funny stuff, reacting to people's shenanigans. I'm a people watcher, and it's all fun. I don't have any animosity towards any of these people. Real talk, for real, I don't. Oh, Giselle. Hey, how you doing, girl? Giselle, let's go back over there and check on Twitter, because I know Cardi is home by now. She might be sleepy though, but Cardi stay up late. She stay up late and get up early. Let me see. But yeah, girl, I did the Cardi and JT. See, that's why you guys need to subscribe and turn on your notifications. For real, for real. Because you never know when I'm going live. I don't know if I'm going to go live at a set time. Life happens. My life be lifing. And you just never know when these people are going to, when their life is going to be lifing. Look at this girl. First of all, look at her. Girl, it's like, go girl, you're pregnant and you're doing this. Look, pregnant. But at the same time, it's like, girl, you're pregnant. Go sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Girl, you doing too much. Cardi says she is going to sell this album. She is going to sell this album. She don't care what she got to do. She going to get out there and pop that thing. Okay? But, yeah. And she says, am I the drama? So she hasn't responded anymore. Ken Barbie, her flunky, did he respond? No. And JT, did she respond anymore? No. So that was it for today. I'm sure tomorrow's another day. They will be back to the drama. So I'm going to update you all. If either of them says anything more substantial, we'll get back to the JT and Cardi B. And Bia, I know Bia has something coming, but her first diss track, it has some tea. She did drop some tea, because Bia was the first to let us know that Cardi was cheating on Offset, and Cardi denied it and denied it. But here goes Stefan, right? And Cardi had been talking to Stefan while she was pregnant with Blossom. Now she tries to deny it, but we know, allegedly, that she was, okay? But yeah, Giselle, you missed out. You're going to have to go back when the live is over and rewind it, because I got all into that. I was all off up and through that thing. I don't know, that booty look funky to me. I know she'll be back on that table when she off. I mean, when she drops that load. I think Cardi is about ready to drop that baby. Cardi was really small carrying Blossom, because Cardi had all that fat stuff drop. She had all that fat sucked out of her stomach. So Cardi, her waist, she's had her waist done so many times. It's very small. So that baby doesn't have a lot of room to grow. Blossom was like a 5 pounder, like a 6 pounder. She wasn't big at all. So, you know, Stefan is a big guy, so I imagine that his baby should be big, at least 7, 8 pounds. I don't know, but I feel like Cardi is about ready to drop. It's going to be soon. I figure October, November. Cardi does not have much more to go. If she drops that baby in October or November, because she still was dealing with Offset too, but she's been dealing with Stefan, like we first saw them together officially February. But I believe that baby is coming soon. Quote me on that. That baby is not gonna be here next year. That baby is not dropping in December. No, that baby is coming soon, and I think probably the next month or two. That baby is going to be here very, very soon. Um, for real, for real. That's why she said after she has a baby, she's going to start rehearsing. She goes to tour in February. You don't think she's going to drop a baby in January and be ready to tour in February? She could be, but you're going to be trying to travel or leave a 1 month old? No, I can see her leaving a 3 month old to travel or traveling with a 3 month old. I'm just saying, even if she does feel good, you still have an infant, right? And I know the infant will have its nanny and all of that. But Cardi's about ready to drop. Watch. Watch what I'm telling you. She looks about 7 months, Deneen. For sure. I feel like, from the front she looks okay. From here to here to her belly, but that I feel like she needs an adjustment on her BBL. It looks good like the butt part, but how it's proportioned, I think she just been on that table too much. I said that too, Deneen. I thought Wood's suit looked way better. Those suits he had for that daughter daddy dance and for his father's funeral. I thought he looked nice. But Wood is but I'm not gonna talk about McKay, but you know, he has his shape or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Cancer66. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Um Tasha, beauty, not beauty. No, Cardi was a little bitty thing. Cardi's very short. I think she's like 53 pound, 5'3", not 53, but 5'3". I think she said she weighed 135 pounds, but she was smaller than that before. And that's still not too big, right? 135. Thank you, hustlepreneurs, for subbing. Thank you, hustlepreneur. I appreciate you becoming a money getter. Everybody drop a money bag in the chat. We have a new money getter. Let's drop the money bags in the chat, guys. Thanks, hustlepreneur. Everybody drop your money bags, money getters. Yeah, she's always been slim. Thank you, Deneen. Yes, please double tap my screen. Hey, Daily Sis with Jazzy J. There's Jazzy. There's Juicy. Juicy, don't you try to run and hide. We got an event tonight. And I'm a little rested. I'm up. But I'm up. Let me wrap this up. Because you got a panel you're supposed to be doing tonight, Jazzy. Don't you play with us. Her face looks weird, Monique. Wood suits were custom fitted. And maybe they're going to customize his suits. Or maybe they're just trying on suits for content. Who knows with Peach? Okay, so let's get into this Kane stuff. And I haven't been over there to her channel, so I don't know what's been going on. Let me adjust this, guys. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, shoot. Dang it. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, my knee, my knee, my knee. Let me turn this way. Okay, that's better, I think. Oh Lord. I'm about to wrap this up for real because I don't know what I did to my knee. I don't know why everybody's being homeschooled now. I have a child that's being virtually schooled. She was at another school. My child was at another school outside of our district. All my children were going to school for elementary and middle school outside of my district. But last year, I found it prudent to take my daughter out of that school. She didn't want to finish out middle school at the school in our district. Her other option was doing virtual school, and I felt like it was just a good ideal to have her get that. Her virtual school is she has a teacher, and it's about 5 or 6 other students in the classroom. So they go pick up books. I mean, they still go on field trips. They go to Disneyland 2 or 3 times a year. They do all kinds of fun and neat stuff. They go in and do their PE. It's a lot of different things that they do. She still has a music class. Oh, we got to go pick up her keyboard tomorrow. So they do a lot of fun stuff at the school, but she does do all of her schooling at home. And my high school kids, when they were like, after the COVID stuff, after COVID, these kids were so shell shocked. They were so shell shocked. They didn't know whether they were coming and going. Like when I was in high school, you came to school cleaner than a board of health. I mean, those first weeks of school, you came in with your Sunday best on, honey. You had on new sneakers. You had your hair did. These kids, all of them looking like zombies with Crocs and flip flops and pajama pants. And I even saw some girls with bonnets on. For real, for real. And just now, because they went back to school 2021 in California. But just now, I'm starting to see kids get back to normal. But my kids were like, Mom, I don't want to be at school. And I would try to push them to stay at school. But when they said they didn't want to stay, hell, I let them come home because I didn't want them to fall behind. And they, now my junior, my daughter who's a junior, she's like, because I'm like, well, we'll be moving soon. I'm looking to buy a house. We're going to be moving. So she was like, well, would I still be able to attend the school I'm at? And I'm like, yeah, sure. You like the school you're at? She's like, yeah, she loves it. So, yeah, that's what it is right now. Then, of course, Kamaria has graduated high school. And my middle schooler, when she gets ready for high school, she'll return back to school. So it's only for a short while. But I feel like this. Kids do need school for for their social skills. I think that they should be in the classroom, but I also don't believe in having conformists for children. My children are not robots. They have emotions, they have feelings, and hell, sometimes they just don't feel like being at school. Sometimes it's like that. And if you need a semester off at home, then that's what the hell you need. I'd rather you have that than me trying to press you to do this and press you to do that. And it's worked for me. It really has worked for me. It's helped them to understand and advocate for themselves. And it's also shown them, okay, well, I don't want to be at home with her silly ass either. Being at home is boring. So it gives them the ability to see the alternatives. And if it's another alternative other than being homeschooled or being at school, whatever it is, it's more than one way to do something. So, I try to give my kids all of that. I don't, pigeonhole them at all. And it just works out better. They feel better about themselves and they do better at school. My kids are doing well. Like, Kamaria has college level math, and I thought it was going to be kind of difficult for her. She was like, Mom, it's easy. Like, things that I think would be hard for my kids, different things that they're learning, and that's because they've had the ability to take care of themselves and express themselves and do what they needed to do for them. They weren't like, okay, you must do this, you gotta do this, or you better do this. No, I don't do that. We're gonna do what we can do the way we can do it, and I gotta fly. I gotta fly. I thought fly season was over. But yeah. So let me check the traps. I'm gonna check the chat, aka the trap, and see what's going on. with you guys before we move over to E. Kane. Oh, she said, you know what, Jazzy? Jazzy, you had all day to sleep. You had all day. Right, Monique? These kids walk around with hoodies on, sweatpants, socks. Like, they make me hot just looking at them. And I thought it was just my kids walking around with hoodies and sweats all summer. It's all the kids. Like, they don't even have temperatures. Kids today don't get hot. Yeah, where is Rich at? He must be busy working. You know what? She says her kids, Denise, she says her kids go to charter schools, and there's not really a restriction on where you live. You just have to be able to get your kids to school on time. Okay. So yeah, let's move over to E. Kane. If you missed the Peach segment, if you missed any segment, you can always rewind and catch up to us later, or you can chill now and stay for the last segment. I wasn't gonna do E. Kane. Um, E. Kane, I like her. I really do like her. I know she has a bad rap too, but I like her way better than Peach. I feel like she's trying, and I feel like she has some things going on. I can't for the life of me understand what the hell she wants with Chris. What does she want with that fool? I mean, he's not attractive. He has a body like, I don't know, his body looks just ill. Um, he doesn't, and E. Kane is young, and she's a pretty girl. Like, what hold does he have on her? I've seen this phenomena a lot in my life. I've seen pretty girls, like all the guys like you, all the guys want you, and yet you're stuck on stupid over some loser. Like, that's crazy. You have your youth behind you, you have a little fame, you're making this social media money, and you can't get over this bum. Um, for those of you who don't know E. Kane is she kind of like Peach a little bit. She does a lot of lifestyle content on TikTok. E. Kane also has a page on YouTube. She does videos on YouTube from time to time. She has a huge following, like 2.2 million followers on TikTok. And she also does like hair videos. Like, she does a lot of hair influencing. Um, she raps a little bit. I think E. Kane is really cute. I don't know. I like her page, but I don't really follow her as much as I do Peach. Um, E. Kane goes live a lot on TikTok. I don't like sit in her lives like that. But yeah, this baby daddy Chris uh, has been beating on her and stuff. And she's pregnant too. It seems like she's been pregnant all year. Oh, she has 5.45 million followers on over here. Mm. But yeah. Is she back with Chris already? Chris said he drug her out the house. She's pregnant, like big and pregnant, y'all. Like, that baby has been through hell. She fell through on her stomach while she was pregnant. That's E. Kane. And that's her apartment. I mean, her house. When I first got onto E. Kane, she was in an apartment. But, you know, she has her house fixed up or whatever, right? You see the house. That's her living room. She has it fixed up. But, let me see.
E. Kane still takes care of her kids. E. Kane's still in her house. E. Kane just got a new TV. E. Kane is quite all right. Blessed beyond measures. Amen. Listen, the nigga ain't never stopped shit but a period. E. Kane's still in college. E. Kane still gonna make the dean's list. E. Kane still takes care of her kids. E. Kane's still in her house. E. Kane just got a new TV. Kane is quite all right. Blessed beyond measures.
Girl, Kane is crazy. So what happened was, let me see if I can get it, y'all. Because he tore up her house. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. I'm trying to find it if I can. Because I saw it yesterday. This is what he did. This is what he did to her house. This is what he did to her house where she and her children live. Broke up everything. Tore up her stuff. Okay? Let's see.
No.
Yeah, so I can clarify. It sounds like she was coming indoors, like coming towards the basketball.
Okay, let's play how long it's gonna take for Chris to replace all his shit and how long it's gonna take me. Okay? We replacing this, of course. We replacing this, of course. And we replacing this, of course. Actually, I might just turn this to the front if it ain't no cracks on this side. Oh yeah, we could turn that. We could turn that. All right, the new TV. What the TV do? TV like what I do. You just was watching me. We just was cooling. All right, give me about 3-4 days, depending on shipping. I told him. I said, fuck my shit. If I got money, I got money. I can replace. You fucking up material things. You're also breaking my heart as well. So, I don't give a fuck. I'm still in the motherfucking building. Boston, I feel so bad. You my brother. Man, you better put Chris on them 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. routes again. You better get him on the money routes, because y'all gonna need it.
Like, that is so disgusting to me. Like, why would you tear up? Like, could you imagine the amount of rage to break TVs, to break furniture, to you sit up there and break picture frames? You hate this woman. Kane, that man hates you. He hates you to take you through that during pregnancy. And she likes the drama too. She's with all the drama and all the BS too. I've seen her antagonize him when he was cooling and chilling. So I wouldn't be surprised if she antagonized him to do this as well. And some people might say, oh, well, he's in control of himself. True. But if you know somebody is a ticking time bomb, why would you sit there and do things to fuel the fire? And I feel like that's what I've seen her do in the past. But his children live there. Even if he's mad at her, I couldn't even imagine. I'm so mad at somebody and have the audacity to go to their house and tear up their things. I couldn't see myself so mad at somebody that I go outside and start flattening their tires. It's just insane. Like, who does this type of stuff? Kane is only, what, like 25, 26, so she's young and immature and dumb. But I don't get it. Like, this is not going to end well if they don't stop and get some help, some type of counseling, if he doesn't go to anger management, and if Kane doesn't leave him. Who, entrepreneurs, you saw her, Kane, a few times? Yes, Kane is very smart. I think she's a mathematician or something like that. She is very smart. I think she said she was bipolar as well. So people who have like that kind of kookiness about them, they're a little crazy, they're a little weird. They're also quite often very smart as well. They just think differently and they just respond to the world differently. Right, she said no. When they asked her if she want to press charges, she said no. Like, duh, like, hell no, I'm not pressing charges. But why did you call the police, Kane? Yes, he hates her and is very jealous of her. Right. This could end up very bad. She need to stop playing. Exactly. When a man comes and tears up your belongings, That's his way of saying, first of all, I don't like you. It's not even just hate, because hate is passion, right? Hate and love are very connected. They're very much connected. But don't like, I don't like you. Like, right? Have you ever loved somebody but you just didn't even like them? Well, he doesn't like her at all. He doesn't like her because she doesn't know it, but he knows she don't need him. He knows he's a bum. He knows he doesn't deserve her. And if she ever woke up and smelled the coffee, she would leave. She has those two babies by him, and I just don't understand why she would continue to let Chris treat her that way. Right, hustlepreneur. If you have to get physical, it's time to part ways. You wouldn't even want to be around me again. If you put hands on me, they don't need to be together. Right. Like tearing up my stuff where my kids gotta lay their heads. If I feel like they said they say what happened was uh she actually busted his tires before he did that to her stuff. But still, they're both childish. But yeah, I don't know enough about that story. I thought they were getting along. I thought Chris was actually trying to change. I thought Kane was focusing on the birth of her new baby and getting back in school. It seemed like she was doing pretty good. I would see her in the mornings on her live. She would be doing her yoga, then sending her kids to school, packing. She looked like she was doing pretty good. And Chris was working and keeping his apartment up. So they looked like they were, getting along and doing well. Looked like, right? So yeah, guys, that's it for tonight. It was a fun live. Thank you guys all for tuning in and rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you who hit that subscribe button. You guys are the real goats. Um, I can only do this with your help. I can't come on here and do what I do and not have you guys. Hey, Coach Mean Ring, long time no see. Thanks for tuning in. Um, Let me know what you guys want to see more of. It'll work better for both of us. I mean, I try to come on here with different things to bring you guys and discuss with you and show you a good time. But also email me at CDARAYLC Darrell at gmail.com. I believe it's also in my profile. Either email, even my business email is in there. I don't know which email I have in there right now, but you can email me any tips or words of encouragement as well. I like that too. Or ideals, things that you want to see. Let me know. Okay. Oh, I did get some emails. Sorry, I didn't respond to them. Um, okay. All right. So that's all for tonight. I'll be back on here tomorrow. I don't know which time, because my Mondays and Wednesdays I have a lot going on. I'm usually doing a lot of running around, going here, going there. Just basically a Uber driver and doing so many different things. And then I'm also working on that David story. Um, Hopefully I can drop that tomorrow morning. I'm hoping that I can drop that. Outside of that, you guys have a great night. My East Coast money getters, I appreciate you. I know it's late on the East Coast. I thank you for tuning in. Um, Replay gang, thank you for watching. I see you guys when you're watching. Please leave a comment when you're watching the replays because I do respond. Let me see. Hustlepreneurs, please send me some money making ideals. Please do. They don't call me the money getter for nothing. I can help you as well. I can help you with some money making ideals as well. Have a good night, Coach Mean Ring. Have a good night, everybody. Good night, Jeannie. All right, guys. Thank you. I'm gonna, since Jazzy says she going to bed and we're not doing the panel, it's all good. You guys have a great night. God bless, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.